Hello everyone, in this presentation we would like to present our final project proposal with the title Automatic Number of People Detection System at ER Emergency Rooms Doors Using Ultrasonic Sensors. And in this presentation we divide by 6 categories section. Let's get started.
Chapter 1 Introduction Background. The COVID-19 pandemic that attacked Indonesia has had a considerable impact on various industries, especially in the hospital and health service industry. A number of hospitals are not only tested for their financial capacity, but also on the health service system they provide. As an effort to control the spread of SARS-CoV-2, the Indonesian government has implemented new policy, namely large-scale social restriction and social distancing. Therefore, a number of hospitals must also comply with these policies in order to reduce the spread of SARS-CoV-2. With the new policy, some important rooms in the hospital have poor checking systems so that the number of visitors or the frequently people in a room is not controlled. One of the important rooms in the hospital is the emergency room or ER. Here, emergency patients will come and get direct treatment from the doctor until their conditions start to improve. This space is also never desired because many people are passing either to get emergency treatment from doctor or to meet family members who are receiving emergency treatment. In general, hospitals still implemented a manual visitor checking system with security assistance. However, this is considered less effective, especially in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, because it will take a long time and also not effective because there is contact between person to person with near distance, where it makes virus SARS-CoV-2 spread easily. Seeing this condition, this research developed new technology that can help detect the number of people who enter the emergency room and check their body temperature automatically. The system will detect the number of people automatically with the help of ultrasonic sensor. The parameter to be used is the detection of the passing object.
Capture 2 Discussion. In this discussion, we would like to show you about the hardware design. In here, we are using NodeMCU, where NodeMCU is an open source IoT platform or a signal processor, converting the analog signal to digital and then will be displayed on the LCD. And then in here we are using HC-SR04 sensor. Is an ultrasonic sensor mainly used to determine the distance of the target object, a technology that involves no physical contact between sensor and object.
Block diagrams. So what is block diagrams? Block diagrams are a way of designing tools based on existing theoretical basics. The design of a system is first staged in a block diagram. Also, block diagrams are the easiest way to understand how a system works. The use of block diagrams allows us to analyze how the circuit works and design the hardware that will be made in general. The diagram itself is a sequential relationship statement of one or more components that have their own work unit, and each component block affects the other components. And here is the picture of our final project block diagrams, and I will explain how the system works based on these block diagrams. First is analog signal from TX block will be received by RX block. RX block is an analog signal that bounces back to the sensor receiver from the object being measured for the distance and the temperature. For the distance, it will be carried out by HC-SR04 sensor as an analog signal, and for the temperature, it will be carried out by DS18B20 sensor block, which is a sensor for detecting temperature, also as an analog signal. and the analog signal from both of the sensors will be processed by Node MCU block. In Node MCU, the analog signal will be converted into digital signal and then it will be displayed on the LCD. In the last block, there is LCD display blocks to display all of the measurements results carried out by the system. I think that's all for block diagrams, and then let's continue to the chapter 3 conclusion. In this proposal, it discusses the use of automatic number of people detections as a security system for visitors to public places that are synonymous with crowds. The implementation of the system will be focused on hospitals, especially in emergency room. In general, the security system for hospital visitors still uses manual methods with security assistance, and this is considered less effective if it is carried out in the pandemic era like now, because it allows for the spread of the SARS-CoV-2 virus through physical contact between security and hospital visitors. The results obtained in this proposal are the development of a device that can measure body temperature and count the number of visitors to the emergency room with a high degree of accuracy.
So, this concludes the focus of this discussion. I think that's all from us, and thank you for watching.